today is the daily routine. Names for the finisher, which if you know, you'll know how hard it is. Take Sally up, take Sally down, pressure times with a number of ways. You can do it and adapt it to suit you. Before we get there, we've got the ladder part of the equation, where we're doing some two exercises together. We're going up and down some 5 rep ladders, 5, 10, 15s. You'll need a kettlebell and some light hand weights, and then you're good to go. Right, let's get warmed up there. We'll go through the details. Strong your strong first. Nice and loose. Take chest forward. If you lose yourself again, whatever you find, you might lose yourself again. But you're alright. If you lose yourself again, whatever you go, so I'll be right. onto the main section then. So we're doing 5 rep ladders. So 4.5 minutes work time, 1.5 minutes rest. You're going to work to 2 exercises together, and then do 5 reps of each, then 10 reps of each, then 15 reps of each, and then back down that ladder. 10, 5, and then, there's still time there, back up. 10, 15, 10, 5, 10, 15, 10, 5. Okay, so that's what you want to start with 5, up the ladder, down the ladder. Okay, 2 exercises, 4.5 minutes on, 1.5 minutes rest. Move on, 6 different drills to do. The first 3 are all kettlebell, the last 3 are little hand weights and body weight. Okay, so I'll just explain each one as we go, so I've got the time to do it. First one is ideal to walk because we're doing a bit of everything here, body low, body together. So you do loading hip thrust and then shoulder to shoulder Z press. Z presses are quite tough because they work the spine, hips and shoulders as one unit really. Primarily shoulders, but there's no lean back. You're not like if you're in a gym and you're leaning on a bench or whatever, you can't do that. Anyway, let me show you. So number 1, 5 hip thrusts to start with. Climbing by 5 every time you do it. So there, gently, carefully, rest the kettlebell there, on the hips, plant the heels, push the knees apart, drive the hips up as far as they'll go, and look, the spine is moving as one, so the lower back touches, the chin's kind of tucked in, okay, so do 5 reps, okay, then I'm going to sit up and my feet are going to go out like this, okay, so the straighter, wider the better, okay, then you're going to grab that kettlebell to here, look, okay, hold it like that, so the hand will just touch your shoulder, and you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, then back down to your hip thrust, then it'll be 10 hip thrusts, up, and then 10 shoulder to shoulder Z press. Okay, so you're moving it like this, shoulder to shoulder, but doing so without being able to lean back makes it a lot harder than normal. So just bear that in mind. You may need to swap weights, right? So 5 of each, 10 of each, 15 of each, and then back down that ladder, 10 of each, 5 of each, and if you get time, back up. As many times up and down that ladder as you can in 4.5 minutes, okay? And this is 1 of 6 combinations. Right, let me just set the time there. Right. Let's get started then, shall we? all those muscles involved. We just have press overhead. And obviously, hip extension, hip thrust. So now I'm going to do rows, all those pulling muscles, okay? So this time you're going to do 5 on each side. In a staggered row, okay? There, into the waist, elbow to the back wall, engage like that. 5 reps, 5 reps, and then 5 squat cleans. You know, pull and catch, and then into a squat. Okay? Pull and catch through the hips, and into a squat. The more fluid, eventually you're almost doing it with one as that's going up. You're catching and descending at the same time. That comes with practice though. Okay? Right. So here we go. Rows and squat cleans. Right, here we go. Starting with rows then. 5 on each side. Squat cleans. 1, 2.
Never been controlled by you, but it's got my soul. Sticky electrical, only way to fill my hole. Straight from the needle to my head, my eyes will roll. Straight from the needle, I hear those distant voices.
So, for that upper body part, you've got a choice. If you've got some differences in your kettlebells, you can go lighter on the upright row. But let's have them nice and close, please. Let's not have them half a mile away, so take a nice leisurely stroll. You know the tricks. So you're going to swap weight. Have the light one just in front of your heavy. Do 5 deadlift. Engage the glutes, yeah, knees out. Close your armpits. Okay, that's for your deadlift form. Hinge. Okay, from between the heels, my armpits are closed, my knees are out. Okay, 5 reps, and then upright row. So for me, the upright row is going to be much tougher because I'm sticking with that weight. And it gets really hard and grip as well. But like I say, if you want to change, have your lighter one just in front of you. You just make a little step, keep your lighter one up. Remember your upright row. Keep it nice and close to the body in your upper body. And you come up to this straight line. And not like this, not like this. But it's there, and your shoulder blades are all pulling together, almost like you're trying to rip the kettlebell handle apart. Okay, obviously that's not going to happen. That's the subtle little movement that you're looking for. Anyway, there's your two. If you get this done, you can actually put your kettlebells away there. Okay, we won't be again. Right. Here we go. Combination. 3. Right, let's do it now. 10, 3, 2. Those hips from that heel line. Squat raises. You're going to get a single dumbbell. You won't need a lot, I promise. You come down into a squat. Okay, and you're going to raise and lower. Raise and lower. Just raise that dumbbell as high as you can. Try and get it in line with the spine if you can. Or if you've got the mobility there to do that. And then immediately, on that last rep, lower, going down, and I'm going through a walkout. Press up. 5 reps. Then back to your squat raises. This is a tough combination, an unusual combination, and the likelihood is you may not even make it to the first, up the top of the ladder. Just to make it to the top of the ladder is good. Never mind back down. Okay? So, let's see how you fare with this one Squat raise, walk out push. this in a lunge, ever. Always there, and stay there. Use the mirror. Stop this internal rotation. Okay? Key. If you can do it in a lunge, you can do it in anything. Right. Last two combinations here. It's the last one with any weights.
DJ
You can or not chest to floor if you choose. And then tension leg raise. Have this time. One forward. Yeah. One there. Squeeze the top of the arms. Squeeze the glutes. And then lift. Then you're going to do 5 on that side. 5 on that side. Then your burpees. Now, if you get to the point where you can't hover and hold, you can't do a tension, you have to just rest on the floor. Okay, so it's likely that's going to happen, that's fine. Do the same with the leg resting. Right, come on, let's get it done. Then we've got Sally waiting right at the top of the ladder. There we go. challenge. Sally. Okay, so we've done a lot. Shoulders. Okay. Lats. Lots of legs. Core. Cardio. Touched on chest. To warm it up for this. So the last bit, give you a balance on your body. There's a number of ways of doing it though. Now this is not the mine, I can't take credit for this, this is the original finisher of all finishers. Do it in the Marines, America, where it originated. Then spread into all the MMA gyms, boxing gyms. There. Everyone's having a go. So, it is extremely difficult to complete in its entirety. 3 minutes, 20 seconds I think it is. And it's as simple as this. The lyrics throughout, take Sally up, take Sally down. When you hear take Sally up, you're up. And it's down, down, it's that simple. Down, take Sally up, down. You don't come back up till you say Sally. Up, up. Okay, so, first of all, if you're going to do it like that, you must have mastered your regular presses. You need to really lock yourself in. Get your elbows down and in. Hold, lock. Otherwise you'll have no hope. You can do it on your knees, it's another way. Obviously, yeah, take Sally up, take Sally down. Since, you know, very, very strong people on the chest and they have to do it that way. That is still incredibly difficult. Okay? Your other option, it's much more doable, but still, it is a killer, that's the plank version. So, a lot of people did that this morning, they were collapsed at the end as well, so they've got three. You're going to feel it. Take Sally up, take Sally down. Sorry, the way down, up. Okay? Just keeping that plank position. You can swap the arm each time. Yeah? Just to even it out so you don't get fatigued too much on the one side. You can do a mixture of those. So you can start off on your toes if you're really good with your press ups. But like I say, unless you've absolutely mastered a push up, then I suggest you do it on your knees at least, or the plank version. And if worse comes to worse and you collapse on the floor in a heap, then that's what happens. That's what it's here for. It's a challenge, it's meant to challenge you, so don't be surprised if it does, okay? Right. No matter how many times you do this, it's still murder. Okay. Even now, sometimes I can fail on this. Right, this is it then, everybody. The final challenge. Everybody ready? Just give it your best shot. Just do what you can do. 3, 2, 1. That's okay. You're meant to. You're meant to fail until you don't. Anyway, we're back in 2 minutes with total mobility. Half an hour deep stretching. Thanks for tuning in.